Hello everyone, my name is Hezekiah. My pronouns are he, him, and his.
Hey y'all, I'm Dr. Jerrica. I'm the Chief Medical Officer and co-founder of Plume, and my pronouns are she, her, and hers.
My pronouns are they, them.
I use she and they pronouns.
I'm an activist, actress, model, speaker, writer, and the world's first openly transgender prom queen.
Today is National Coming Out Day, and I know that the coming out journey can feel very long.
Like I'm sure a lot of people have mentioned, coming out is a continuous process.
My coming out story kind of happened in stages where I was outwardly expressing how I felt on the inside, just kind of dressing more femme.
So I worked as a primary care physician in a pretty busy community health center, and I was seeing upwards of 25 patients a day. I had been there for 4 years before I came out. So when I did come out, ended up I was coming out 25 times a day, every day for the next 6 months.
I came out in May of 2017.
It's been just over 2 years since I came out, just over a year since I started hormones.
Getting to summer of 2018, I took the entire summer off, and my friends and I, we turned up. I was getting beat, heels on, extensions on, let's go. I had so many of my close childhood friends reach out to me and ask like, sis, what's going on? Are you transitioning? I see you doing this, I see you doing this. What's going on? What's the tea?
I had just graduated from a boarding school that had outed me to my family as trans and forced me to live as a boy for the entire time I was there. So I was super eager to be in a space where I could finally be myself.
I came out actually twice, like many trans individuals do. I lived my life as a lesbian. For many, many years, I came out as a trans guy. In 2018, to my mother, I cried like serious tears. And although it was the hardest thing that I've ever had to do, it's the best decision that I've ever made in my life. I live in complete and total freedom now.
Every day is a different part of my gender journey, and I think that's what makes coming out so beautiful.
It was a little exhausting, but it was also quite moving and quite beautiful.
When I told my partner I was trans, her face lit up and she said, "Oh my God, that is so hot." And then she started calling me her gentle them.
The first person I called was my mother, and I told her, hey, you don't have a daughter any longer. Now you gain a son.
I came out after a long day of shopping with my mom. I told her that sometimes going shopping with her makes me really sad. And of course she asked me why. And I told her it was because I wish that I could be trying on clothes with her.
So I had been given a purple eyeshadow, very similar to this one. I hadn't really been given makeup ever in my life before.
But I think my most memorable experience was coming out at work. I work at Sam's Club. I remember going up to my boss on orientation day, and I remember saying, actually, I go by male pronouns. I am a transgender male. Her face instantly blew up and she was all excited and everything.
So one day I decided to be bold and to wear the whole purple eyeshadow all over my eyes. I was feeling it, I was obsessed. So I'm like, I'm just gonna throw on sunglasses, no problem, no deal, nothing's gonna happen. My parents were both sitting on the couch and they asked me to remove my glasses. And just like Valentina, I was like, I'd like to keep it off.
And the reason why I wanted to come out is because I felt the need to, right? I felt that if I stayed in the closet long enough, I'm gonna have to jump out at some point, right?
I was 12 or 13 years old. Mine was a People mag, and it happened to have a story of a female to male transgender teen. I saw the word transgender and the sentence trapped in the wrong body, and I knew that's what fit me.
I held off coming out for a long time because I wrestled with my identity as a varsity athlete playing for a women's team.
As soon as I was getting ready to go to college, I posted in my college Facebook group and I said, hey, everybody, I know that you met me as this name, but I am trans and I will be using she, her pronouns. And I got on campus a couple weeks later and everybody was using the correct name and everyone was using the correct pronouns. And it was the first time that I'd ever been within an environment that was that accepting of who I was, and it was life-changing.
There's something special about coming out to people that are getting to know you for the first time. It is amazing, it's awesome, and I recommend it.
I was just like, you know what, I think this is time. So I told my parents, I'm trans. Although the moments after was very scary, I also felt so happy and so empowered.
When I told my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, that I was trans, she told me she was just waiting for me to come out. So, I guess some people already knew.
I read the magazine over and over for about 2 weeks, showed it to my mom, and I said, is this girl covering up for being a lesbian, or is transgender real? And she had been waiting forever for me to say something, and she said, transgender is a real way of identifying. Took the magazine back to my room, read it over and over again, and I finally went downstairs one night and said, Mom, I want to be a girl. And she said, okay.
I never thought about it. I never thought about it like that. And I really had to sit down and have a self-reflecting moment. And so 2 years later, we are here, and I'm the girl. 2020 has been a very trying year, but one of the things that I don't feel proud about is my transition and the progress that I've made and the self-healing work that I've done with myself.
And I think if you have the opportunity, it can be hard sometimes to have access to other trans folks, but if you do, come out to them. And it really is incredibly beautiful just to be able to walk in a room and they immediately get it, and you're immediately welcomed into the family and such a comforting thing.
And I'll never forget that I wore the purple eyeshadow to come out as trans, and the purple is always like that color that just brings me happiness.
There's my come out story. Love you all.
I am so proud to be out and trans.
I'm excited to share with y'all that I am trans, I am proud, and I am Black.
I'm August and I'm proud to be trans. Happy coming out day.
And in case no one's told you today, I am so proud of you. You are loved and your existence is enough. Thank you so much for being a part of this community.
And I just want to urge you all to live your life authentically, live it out loud, own your truth, and be who you are.
Happy coming out month to us. We deserve it, y'all.
And y'all keep doing it, all right? We out.
My name's Sultan, and I'm on the team at Plume. I get to come out every time I talk about Plume, so check us out at getplume.co and learn more about what we do in providing gender-affirming hormone therapy to our community.